draft literally right around the corner. So many fans are expecting the Baltimore Ravens to just sit on their hands and absolutely not do anything. But the Baltimore Ravens have been showing us like, hey, even though the draft is coming up shortly, we are still trying to make moves. Just remember last week when they were really trying to sign Calais Campbell. They had a contract offer for him and all. He obviously turned it down to go to the Cardinals, but the Baltimore Ravens still tried. And with this latest move, it shows like they are still active and trying to make their team even better. And this one got Ravens written all over it. Jeff Zrebic, he reported today, he said colleague Joseph Pearson spoke to an NFL free agent who is George Fant, offensive tackle, who's starting a business to develop college basketball players. But Fant told Pearson that he'll meet with Ravens officials today about a potential free agent deal. So the Baltimore Ravens looking for some extra offensive linemen. But wait, there's more. He said Ravens need a swing tackle, and Fant has made 75 career starts and played both tackle positions. So this is the stay ready so you ain't got to get ready type of thing. Just in case, depth, quality offensive lineman, been a starter, started a lot of 75 starts is a lot of games. But continuing, said, this is why I got Ravens written all over it. He said he, however, was limited to just 2 games last season because of a knee injury, and the Seahawks released Fant a month ago. So why I got Ravens written all over it? Because he was released so he would not count against the compensatory pick formula. And you know the Ravens, they will do anything for a draft pick. They will do anything to keep a draft pick. They will do anything to get a draft pick. You know the Baltimore Ravens, when it comes to draft picks, they love them. They hoard them, but like the Baltimore Ravens officials say, we covet them. But it's all good. So this is a move that, yeah, I could see them making it now, where it's not set in stone that he would sign with the Baltimore Ravens just because they are a contender. Let's listen to this next part. It said that Fant said, there's a couple of other teams that I've been talking to, but those two, as far as the Ravens and the Titans, are really intriguing to me. Obviously, Baltimore being in a contender and Nashville being where I live at, so I'm definitely interested. Now, that's why I say it's not set in stone, because you may think, oh, why would he want to go play for the Titans? Like, really? Calais Campbell, he chose the Cardinals over the Ravens. When guys want to play at the crib, when they want to play close to home, there's not really much beating that for NFL players. Remember Jadeveon Clowney? So many Ravens fans, when the Ravens signed him a couple of years ago, he balled out. They're like, oh, bring Clowney back. And apparently the Ravens did want to, but Clowney, he ended up going to play for the Panthers. They're like, why would you go from the Ravens? You just made it to the AFC Championship, and you going to the Panthers? They ain't even making the playoffs. But he wanted to play home. He wanted to be with his family. I don't know if y'all remember a couple of years ago when the Baltimore Ravens were seriously interested in trying to sign Bobby Wagner, I believe. Was it Bobby Wagner? Yeah, Bobby Wagner. And they were trying, they were pushing, they had a deal on the table for him, and he was deciding between the Ravens and the Rams, and then he ended up choosing the Rams. Why? Because he's from LA. He wanted to play at home. And he was like, oh, okay, well, we get it. So players will do this. They'll do these things. And just like Fant talked about, he said he's deciding between the Ravens and the Titans, and then, yeah, some other teams too. But like he said, the Titans, that's where he lives at. He's from Nashville, Tennessee. So if he does choose the Titans over the Ravens, we're going to be like, oh, another one. But you got to understand a football player's process. For them, especially as they get along in their careers, it's not all about winning a Super Bowl. For us, it is as fans. We're like, oh, yeah, we want our team to be the best team in the world. But for players, they look at it a lot differently. Now we reached my favorite part of the videos where we get to hear from y'all. Let's get straight into it. Y'all know how to be part of it. First question came from my guy, Twan. He said, peace, brother. Peace, Twan. He said, I appreciate all that you do for us. Look, no, I appreciate all that y'all do because y'all come through with these questions, man. He said, hope all is well with you and the family. I appreciate that. Now, I'm lost about our money. I thought we let our safety go that was like $70 million tied up. Doesn't that give us some money, or am I tripping? Oh, yeah, it did. In the way that, because they restructured his deal to gain, like, I think when they restructured his deal toward the end of the season, they gained like, I think $9 million right then and there. And then with his release, it gave them like another couple of mil. So they're done with Marcus Williams. It's over. The $70 million, that was like the total of the entire contract. He said, also, could you see Zach Orr becoming our head coach down the line if he keeps this up and be safe out there? I appreciate you, Twan. I don't know. I don't know who I would see becoming the Baltimore Ravens' next head coach, because John Harbaugh is obviously so locked in with the Baltimore Ravens and their officials and everything, and Eric DeCosta, and he's been doing this thing since 2008. years, man. Well, 17, 18 years. That's crazy, man. So I don't know, because before we had questions about this, about like Todd Monken, could you see him becoming head coach? Mike McDonald, that was another one. So as far as Zach Orr, maybe not the Baltimore Ravens head coach, but maybe another team's head coach in the future. This question came from a Teamkeepitclean patron, my guy Daniel, so I appreciate you. He said, I'm not sure how to work this Patreon thing yet, so I hope this message is how I message you. Nothing too crazy, just a fun question. Well, hey, you got it perfectly right, my friend. He said, so here's the question. You're a GM for a day. You have to trade a player, cut a player, sign a free agent, and make the first pick in the draft. What are the moves you are making? Anyway, hope you and the family are doing well. Love all the content. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, Daniel. Now, so trade a player. Ooh, trade a player, cut a player, sign a free agent. Oh my goodness. Why you putting this pressure on you, boy? Trade a player. I'm trading David Ojabo. It just give him a fresh start somewhere else. Let him just flap his wings, and he's a Raven, so he can flap his wings. Let him do that with another team and see if a fresh start is what's needed. More opportunity possibly, and just start over. Press the reset button. Cutting a player. Ooh, well, I don't want to cut nobody, man. But if I gotta cut a player, I would probably cut nothing personal, just business, man. Maybe Jalen Alma-Davis, because his potential is there, but it's been just a lot of injuries, and we just have not got to really see him on the field like at all. So yeah, that'll be a tough one. But hey, maybe I can bring him back. But anyway, he says sign a free agent. Free agent. Who would I sign? Like, I feel like it's, you know what? Is Keenan Allen still a free agent? Because I would, y'all know me. I would load up at wide receiver like crazy. Just load up, just for the fun of it. Just load it, and a non-guaranteed deal. So I'll say, hey, I'm gonna have the best 5-6 receivers that we could possibly have. I'm going overkill with this thing, because I remember playoffs last year. I remember like how it got toward the end of the game. Ooh. So yeah, and to make the first pick in the draft. For me, yeah, same pick I think the Ravens are making. Defensive tackle, Harmon, because he would give the Baltimore Ravens something that they need. It's not the sexiest pick in the world, but he would give the Baltimore Ravens something that they need that would immediately impact the team, obviously the defense, like that. And it can make everybody's jobs a lot easier and give something that the Ravens haven't had in a long time, since loading out in that just consistent interior pressure. Next question came from RavensMuse, and shout out to RavensMuse. I love seeing his stuff on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Reason being because he just be having fun with it, man. He be asking all types of questions about the Baltimore Ravens, thought-provoking questions, fun questions, and it seemed like he don't be taking nothing too serious. And I love when people are like that, because they make being a Ravens fan that much more fun. People are like, oh, Ravens this and Ravens that, and they all so mad and angry about everything. It's like, no, man, chill out, relax, especially with it being the off-season. So shout out to RavensMuse. He said, what's up, Ingraven? What's up, baby? He said, been a big fan of the channel for a while. I appreciate you watching it. Thank you, man. He said, hope you know the team are doing well. Just wanted to ask you, which second-year player you're the most excited about this upcoming season? Oof, that's a good question, man. That is a great question. Is Nate Wiggins is that cheating? Because it's Nate Wiggins. But I will say Nate Wiggins, because I'm interested to see him in a more, I don't want to say a secure role, but just him knowing, and the Ravens knowing, like, all right, this is our starting outside, sometimes inside, but this is our starting outside corner. This is our guy. Now we'll get to see him for the entire year from jump. Because if you remember, and Ravens do this with all their first-round cornerbacks. They don't just throw them out there from jump. They have them on a rotation. They get them some playing time here and there, and they'll ease them in. But that easing process is over, so now Nate Wiggins is going to be out there a lot. So I'm interested and excited to see him consistently from the very beginning of the season against teams' top wide receivers, against their number one or number two receiver, depending on how the team move their receiver around. Because, Ravens don't move their corners, but the other team can move their receivers. So I'm excited for him just to see how he does in a full-time role as our starting corner. And he said, I'm a big Adisa Isaac fan. Just need him healthy, and the Ravens to give him some more snaps. Dude was a beast in college. Okay. That's an interesting one right there, Adisa Isaac. And we always label him as unknown because we just haven't seen much from him on the Ravens, but you can understand why, because last year he was, a 4th or 5th round pick? I forget. But he just wasn't out there too often. Now, he was dealing, I remember in the offseason, he was dealing with a hamstring injury. Then he came back. Then he had a hamstring injury again. But then he came back, and we just didn't get to see him too much. But, again, he had Odafe Away in front of him. He had Kyle Vanoy in front of him, Tavius Robinson. So the rotation of guys that were in front of Adisa Isaac, it was just a lot. And him being a rookie, like, he ain't going to get a crazy amount of snaps anyway, especially him being a later round draft pick. So we'll see what Adisa Isaac got later on this offseason, I guess. And he said, appreciate all you and the team do for us. Keep killing it. Hey, no, I appreciate everything that you do for us, because like I said, I love your account. Thank you for continuing to make it fun and keep doing what you've been doing. Next question came from another Team Keep It Clean page, my guy Derrick, so I appreciate you. He said, I ain't Graven, am I wrong for this? I'm a diehard Ravens fan. I definitely am, as long as I can remember. However, I like our current wideouts of Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman. However, I'm not in a rush to buy either of their jerseys because they both aren't my favorite receivers at all. Everyone who knows me knows who my favorite wideout is. He's a very close friend of our nemesis on the Bengals. He's not so much of a I'm going to rub it in your face like he is, but he's definitely respected and feared. He wears another shade of purple. That's right. It's Justin Jefferson. He's my favorite. Don't get me wrong. I still love Anquan Bolden, Derrick Mason, and more. However, right now, Justin Jefferson is my favorite. When I think of wide receivers, he's the one that comes to mind. I'm such a fan of his. I want to buy a jersey, but I'm loyal to the Ravens. I was thinking maybe an LSU jersey. I don't know, man. Would it be wrong to even buy a college jersey of Jettas? I mean, that dude is that nice. Bro, like who cares whatever jersey? If you want to get somebody jersey, get it. It's your money, it's your decision, it's your jersey. Having a jersey of another team or another player or whatnot, it won't make you any less of a fan of the Ravens or what. No, if you like that player, okay, you like that player. That ain't no problem with that at all. So many fans, they want to gatekeep on how to be in a fan. They want, oh yeah, I'm the best fan ever. You're not, because you do this and I do that. And it's like, just relax and enjoy. Like we were just talking about RavensMuse earlier in a previous question. He be having a good time. That's how it should be. Fans, you ain't gotta police people on how they be a fan. And no, just enjoy yourself. However you want to fan, you fan, and that's fine. People so many times they just be too worried about how other people do things. And they be so worried about that, they get caught up in that, they get all upset about it. And it's like, for what? Who cares? So get whatever jersey you want. The Vikings jersey for Justin Jefferson. You like that player, you like that player. Get an LSU jersey, get both. Get all of that. And then get a custom-made one of him in a Ravens jersey, because when he's about maybe like 38, maybe we might sign him. Anyway, he also said, he said, I don't care what any Raven fans say. Zay and Bate are nice, but Justin Jefferson and Chase are in a tier by themselves. There's not a Ravens fan that would disagree with that. It's not. We love Rashad Bateman, love Zay Flowers. Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, yeah, they on another level from them. They certainly are. And that ain't no disrespect to them at all. Because Zay, hey, that boy, hey, we know that boy can play. And so can Rashad Bateman too. That boy showed out. So we know that. But we also know, yeah, Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, they something crazy right now, man. But anyway, he said S tier, Chase and Jefferson, blank tier equals nobody. And tier 2, A tier, CD Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, AJ Brown. B tier is Puka, Mike Evans, Malik Neighbors, T. Higgins, DK Metcalf, Zay Flowers, Olave, Garrett Wilson, Smitty. He said, you get the rest, man. Am I wrong? And he said, LOL, stay blessed, man. No, man, you're good. Next question came from my guy Elijah. He said, ain't Graven, hope things are good with you and the family. Just had a quick question regarding free agents. Everyone knows cornerback is a question still for us. My question is, how do you feel about the Ravens signing J.C. Jackson? I feel like with the right team, he could still be a dog, and that we can bring that dog out of him like he had when he was first with New England. Sorry for the rambling. You and the fam, stay safe and stay blessed. There was no rambling involved. You want to see what rambling is? Well, yeah, it's right here. Anyway, J.C. Jackson, I appreciate you though, man. When he was with New England, that boy was catching interceptions. I feel like he would catch for 4 interceptions a game. That man was catching 20 interceptions a season. I'm exaggerating that, but he was getting a lot of picks. It was like, oh man, this dude, hey, he got something, man. Then he ended up leaving New England because they wouldn't sign him to a long-term extension. So maybe they knew something. But he ended up signing a big deal with the Chargers, and it just didn't work out. He just ended up being bad. Could it have been the scheme? Could it have been that New England just really knew how to use him perfectly? Who knows? But then he went back to New England, and it didn't end up working out. So he's a free agent. So, I mean, hey, maybe. The Ravens could take a swing on him. Like right now, the Ravens are really in, and a lot of NFL teams are with a lot of players. They in low risk, potential high reward season with signing free agents, because the draft's coming up. Everybody focus on that. So if any players get, or a lot of players getting deals right now, it's not going to be much money. It ain't going to be much guarantees and whatnot. So this is a time to like, hey, this guy, a lot of people ain't looking at him. You know what? Let's pick him up, see how he does. And if it works out, great. So if they did something like that with a J.C. Jackson, they could, but they couldn't just put all their eggs into the J.C. Jackson basket. It would be, again, a low risk, potential reward. But hey, if it don't pay out, you just move on.